Hey, it's Phil here. Today I'm working on the Squier that I got this weekend. Now, I think Squiers make an excellent platform for modifying for one simple reason. They're inexpensive. I don't necessarily want to go tearing into my American Strat or any of my mid-range guitars as quickly as I'd want to tear into something that only costs about $100 to replace, so you can have a lot of fun with it, and if you mess it up, it's not that big a deal. Now, first thing I want to show you, on this guitar, now originally, I wish I had filmed this before I had started. Originally, there were no screws here. This pickup was originally screwed directly into the body. And in order to adjust the pickup height, you'd have to remove the pickguard. Well, there's just one problem. This neck is so long, see how it goes over into the pickguard, that you have to take the neck off in order to get clearance to pull off the pickguard so you can access the pickup so you can adjust the height. And then, how do you know you have the height right if you don't have the strings on? And it would just be a process of taking the neck off, putting it back on, tightening the strings, setting your pickup height, and then having to take everything off again. I don't like that. So what I did, real simple, real easy mod. I just happened to have a few screws and a few pickup height springs, and all I did was I just drilled a hole here and here, and I had to find a couple screws that would thread into the pickup itself and put the springs on it, put it back together, and now I can easily adjust the pickup height on the neck pickup. I mean, and it doesn't look like a big deal, but you know, if you really want to fine-tune your sound, it was a little muddy, and when I had the pickup selector switch to the front, I'd get a huge decrease in volume. And so I wanted to balance that out, and in order to do that, you adjust the pickup height. And then if the sound is a little muddy, then you bring the treble side up. If it's too trebly, vice versa, and you can play around with it until you get the sound you like. But you can't play around with it if you can't get to it. Now that's the first mod that I made. Very simple mod. Another thing I like to do to Squiers is their pickups, yeah, sometimes they're a little weak. I'm probably going to get a set of aftermarket pickups. There are these guys on eBay, Guitar Parts Online. They sell these Texas Strat pickups for Tele. I'm probably going to want to get some of those down the line. They're inexpensive and they sound really good. Okay, next mod. The strap button, I don't know how well you can see, it's a little pitted, not a big deal, but you know, I like them to look nice. So I happen to have a couple off of a guitar that I pulled when I put on some strap locks, and these are a little shinier, and I went to swap them out, and lo and behold, I go and tighten the screw, and it just never tightens up all the way, so the hole's stripped out. Now, in the past, what I would do is I would take some wood filler and I'd fill in the hole and I'd re-drill, which is effective, but it takes some time and there's an easier way. Now, this fix I'm going to show you was showed to me by a friend of mine named Skeeter, and he said, you know, he would play in the bars a lot, and sometimes if the strap button would pull out, he'd take a toothpick and he'd stick it in the hole, break it off, and then run the screw back into it, and that holds it into place by giving a little extra wood to it. Now I'm going to take it one step farther. He said that was a temporary fix and you would use glue. So I've got a little bit of wood glue, just Elmer's wood glue. Find it in any hardware store. And I'm taking off the lid simply because so much of the glue is dried into the lid. But I'm just taking a little bit of glue here, not a whole lot. Don't need a whole lot. Sticking it in, pulling it out a little bit, breaking the tip off, wipe off the excess. Now I'm going to drive in my screw. Now I've done this before, and it has worked beautifully. And it's just one of those little things where you could take the time to fill it in and let it cure out and wait, or you could get the same effect immediately with just a toothpick and a little bit of glue. Anyway, as I continue to make modifications to the Squier, as I plan to do, I'll keep you updated. Again, Squiers, cheap guitars in general, great for modifying. I like them because if you mess them up, you're not out that much money. But if you mess up a $500 guitar or $1,000 guitar, it's kind of heartbreaking. So, anyway, thanks for watching. This is Phil. Have a great day.